fair launch hook. Fair launch hook is aimed to protect the gems and many coins holders from rocks and unfair price movements by whales. Also, it also aims to um, improve liquidity providers' commitment in providing liquidity to the protocols and also improve liquidity providers' incentives, which makes liquidity provision more attractive. Um, let's see the features of this hook. First of all, is the dynamic fees. Dynamic fees is applied on um, swap directions, whether from the sell direction or the buying direction. Yeah. Sellers of these tokens are being charged higher fees, and extra fees are being applied based on the number of tokens one is selling and also based on the user token balance. So the second feature is the cooldown period, and it's see this as the liquidity generation event period where users are not allowed to trade until certain level of liquidity has been achieved in the protocol. Um, I tag this as the liquidity generation event, and any liquidity provider who provides liquidity during this liquidity generation event are called the guardian liquidity providers. And these guardian liquidity providers, their tokens is being locked for a period of 6 months. And during this period, they are entitled to 2% of the token supply, which is being distributed evenly over the 3 months. Uh, and the minimum liquidity to threshold to activate liquidity is also the period of the liquidity event. So trading is not allowed during this period. How it works. Token trading only after the given threshold of liquidity is reached as well as after the liquidity generation event, and also the directional fees, um, directional dynamic fees based on the direction of the swap. And also, um, liquidity providers are not only rewarded with incentives but also can also earn incentives from partner coins. So let's go dive into the technicals of this hook. So let me start by introducing you to the state variables of this hook. We have the pool initialization time, the guardian liquidity lock period, and the minimum liquidity, which are all used in the calculation of the guardian liquidity provider incentives. We have our safe trading balance. This is the safe. This is we tag this as the quantity of taking a user must trade at the time, so as not to be mistaken for a whale. So we have our user power, the user log, which are all used in the calculation of the liquidity provider incentives. So our hooks permission, we have the before initialization, the before remove liquidity, and the before swap being activated. So before initialization, we have to ensure the pool is actually a dynamic fee pool. So let's dive into the before add liquidity first. No, after the add liquidity function. So here we actually check for the total liquidity to ensure that we are still within the period of liquidity generation event. So we update the user power based on the liquidity delta of the based on the liquidity delta, and also we update the total liquidity also based on liquidity delta. So the before swap hook actually is needed to assign fees appropriately during swaps. First of all, we check the direction of the swap. If it is a sell order, that's from 0 to 1. We basically charge the base fee, which is about 0.5%. And actually, if the user is selling above an amount above the safe trading balance, we charge him the sell fee, which is very aggressive and about 2%. So let's dive into the reward calculations for the guardian liquidity provider incentives. So at the beginning of the pool, when the pool is being initialized, we mint 100,000 of the tokens to the hook, which is being split, distributed to the guardian liquidity provider within the 3 months. So you can see this reward as is being minted per second to a user based on the to a guardian liquidity provider based on the percentage is contributing to the total liquidity. So the calculation is pretty much straightforward. I thought this is a very cool hook and will actually bring fairness and safeguard many coin traders